Secrets. We all have them. Like how I secretly don't know what a frog is. Speaking of which, what's a Minecraft? Greetings. My name is Narrator. I've managed to sit in a chair, even though you can't do that in Minecraft. That's how incredible my powers of laziness are.
And I'm Marilla. If anything, I'm overqualified to tell you about frogs. I contain at least, I'm going to say 5.
Right.
Frogs are coming as part of the Wild update. We first offered players the chance to have frogs in Minecraft way back in 2019. The swamp biome was one of the biomes you could vote for us to update next. But you chose the mountains biome because apparently snowier snow was more important to you than froggier frogs. And thanks for that, because developing mountains went absolutely perfectly and was no stress whatsoever.
When we first started thinking about swamps, we wondered what creatures to put in them.
There are plenty of real-world animals that you wouldn't like to encounter in a swamp, unless you've always dreamed of being food, like me.
I've always said you remind me of British cuisine.
Thanks, but we're not actually keen to introduce many hostile real-world creatures to Minecraft. We prefer to make our fictional mobs the dangerous ones and just pluck neutral or passive beasts from the real world.
We're a pro-nature game, and the last thing we want to do is hurt an animal's reputation from its appearance in Minecraft. We'd rather hurt it through poor dietary choices.
Sadly, that's true. Originally, we were going to have frogs eat fireflies until we did some more research and discovered some fireflies, when eaten, make frogs croak. The bad kind of croak.
Encouraging players to feed a mob something bad for them is a mistake we very nearly made here. We've certainly never made a mistake like this before.
Squawk! Chocolate chip cookies! Squawk!
Silence, Jonathan 2.
You named your parrot after your ex-husband?
Of course not. His name was Jonathan 1.
Still, at least fireflies can update their purpose in Minecraft on their CVs.
Instead, frogs will be eating the same thing I do. Slimes.
Since slimes are also a creature of the swamp, we thought it made sense. However, it has changed one of our bright ideas quite drastically.
Originally, frogs that ate a steady diet of fireflies would process them and then produce a new light source block from their... well, you get the idea.
Is that scientist we consulted when developing this still speaking to us?
Yes, but the words they're using are best not repeated here.
Obviously, a frog eating slimes and producing light makes no sense at all.
So instead, the devs decided if a frog eats magma cubes, it'll produce light, which makes perfect sense. As for why they'd eat magma, well, slimes are cubes and magma cubes are cubes. Perfectly logical.
Aren't you made of cubes?
Yes, but they eat magma, and I was recently voted coldest man alive. Let's leak some top secret concept art.
What, that's the concept art?
No, couldn't find any, so I drew this myself. What do you like most about it?
Ooh. Here's some actual concept art that I stole.
Mine was better.
These are the 3 currently planned types of frog and the respective biomes you'll be able to find them in.
You might be wondering why the pale frog appears in the warm biomes, rather than, say, snow.
Nope.
Well, it's because pale frogs are more suited to hot environments than you might think. See, some African frogs turn white in the heat of the day to reflect light and keep cool.
Is that why you're so pale?
No, this is just what my face looks like after I check the ratings for episode 5. And there you have it. We hope you've enjoyed this primer on our new adorable amphibian.
And we'd also like to thank whichever fan it was who sent us these frog costumes.
What frog costumes? No one sends us anything, apart from cease and desists.
No!